Okay, I want to talk about what is it, Neotropic 9 has stated in his video that religion is a mental disorder. This is territory that I've covered before, but I wanted to make a video response because he and I have been trading comments in his video page and in a response page by Veritas48. I wanted to respond to his comment that by me bringing up pantheism and deism and religious humanists, that I'm bringing up special cases. He states that those are obviously special cases, and I know it, and he's not interested in having that discussion, and that his position doesn't require it. I would submit that your position absolutely requires that you address those issues, because your argument is religion is a mental disorder. For you to not address religious humanists, pantheists, whatever, the myriad numbers of religions that simply do not fit the description that you've attacked in your video, for you to not address them makes your video null and void. To be perfectly honest with you, I don't know a more tactful way to say it. Your assertion is that religion is a mental disorder. If your assertion is some other subset of religion, well, that's fine. I mean, you've stated that you don't need to define religion in your videos, but you're attacking religion in general. My point is that I just need to point to a small sect of any extant religion that does not fit your description, and your video is false. You can cry special cases all you want, but then define what you mean by religion. Because my argument is that it's not religion per se. It's not people's desire to sense the numinous or interact with it or experience it or whatever. Any of the many reasons that people turn to religion. It's not religion. That is the problem. I mean, you point to various stories that are fantastical and you claim nonsensical or whatever. You claim them as myth. And that's fine. That's fine. But many people turn to those stories and don't believe them to be literal truths. They believe them to be allegory. Timeless allegory that has great value for them. And when you make these statements, these blanket statements about religion, you belittle that expression of religious belief. And I don't think that's fair. You said you don't want to engage me in that, and that's fine. If you don't want to engage me, you don't want to engage me. But I've told you why I think you need to, if you want to make that statement. If you want to make the blanket statement that religion is a mental disorder, then you need to answer those quote-unquote special cases. I mean, one of the biggest problems that you have with your line of reasoning is it ignores entire branches of liberal Christian theology, for example. Your entire video doesn't touch on anything written by Paul Tillich. And you're going to call that not religion? You're willing to say, well, pantheism, I'm not talking about pantheism, and I'm not talking about religious humanism, and I'm not talking about deism, and whatever other thing you don't want to include. But I mean, are you going to not include one of the most important Christian theologians of the 20th century? His writing. You're not going to apply it. You're not going to apply your video to that. But you'll still maintain that you don't have to define what religion is. And how are people to know what you're talking about? Quite frankly, how are people to know what you intend when you say religion is a mental disorder? Now, you may have it clearly defined in your mind, and that's fine. But why don't you let us in on it? Because we don't know what you're talking about. You said that you don't need to define religion any more than you need to define the word "the." That's what you wrote in a comment to me. You don't need to define religion any more than you need to define the word the. Well, give me the special case for the, when the doesn't mean the. Give me that special case. And while you're at it, give me the special case on religion, too, when religion doesn't mean religion. Because, frankly, your definition of mental disorder is full of holes. You point out that there's a number of qualifiers for mental disorder, and that the straw man religion that you present fulfills almost all of them. Not all, but almost all. And then when I point out that, well, not all religions even fit your straw man argument, then you say, well, I wasn't talking about those. So you're talking about a small subset of a small subset that fits some of the criteria for mental disorder. Yet you still want to maintain that religion is a mental disorder. Frankly, you need to redefine your statement, or you need to define what you mean by religion. Otherwise, what you're saying, respectfully, is just nonsense.